Everybody, and welcome back to the Weiner Wellness Week. We are at the World of Wellness, and today Joe Messino is joining me as we break down all of the great lectures that we've had this entire week. And you hear me twice, Joe. That's bad. And what's coming up today. So my name's Tracey Straub. I'll be your host this morning, along with Joe Messino. Good morning, Joe. What's going on there? I see people
Good morning.
already.
Good. Yeah, it's bright in here, and it's sunny out today in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be sunny all day. Yeah,
Good.
It's going to be.
Yep, I lost his mic again, Phil. That's okay. I'll keep talking for you. So, Joe, it's bright and shiny here in the sticks as well. We got you back.
Oh, good.
You're just not allowed to move. Don't talk with your hands today. I know that's going to be difficult.
I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
You're very animated. Well, we've had quite a lineup this week. Great stuff.
Yeah.
And let's just start out with the star from yesterday, Dana, your daughter. Such a great lecture. She is just, she's awesome.
Well, the funny thing is, I saw the very first part, but then of course I got all sidetracked here and had all kind of things. So
cut out again, Joey. Phil, we got to get that mic fixed. No moving his hands. Tie his hands. All right, we got you now.
Okay. How's that?
We're good to
Good.
go.
All right. Yeah, so I saw the beginning of her presentation, and then I got sidetracked, of course, and I didn't get to see the rest of it. But so when I got home, I called her and I said, "How did it go?" And she said, "You mean you didn't watch it?" And I said, "I'm going to watch it tonight. I didn't get a chance. I'm going to watch the whole thing tonight." And I did. And she did great. She, chip off the old block.
Yeah, no, she did great. And she had some good testimonies. And, the biggest thing I noticed, in case you missed it from yesterday, Dana was on. She's a holistic herbalist. She's also Joe's daughter, but she is doing essential oils for the World of Wellness now. And just incorporating them into everyone's daily life and use, from cleaning products to face products to shampoos, and then just the oils that are so therapeutic for the limbic system, emotions, physical wellness. So that's what I love about essential oils. Everybody can use them, and they're good for all things. So she did a great job, and we were super, super lucky to have her knowledge on there. And she's going to be coming around maybe this October and doing some classes for us.
Exactly. I was really, it was interesting to hear the whole history and biblical connection. Dana is, she's homeschooling 3 kids, and she's going to school full time. So, but the university she's going to, is a Catholic university. So she's knee deep in religion. So she was right at home with that.
Well, don't confuse Catholicism with that. So,
I know.
Whole different thing. God. But so no, I just think it's great because I was saying yesterday that oils are mentioned over 600 times in the Bible. She was referring to even the Egyptians. They have record of using them for skincare and aromatherapy and physical health. So that was awesome. And it was so refreshing to have something new and something that's at the World of Wellness now. So I hope that, she's available this October as we move into more health and wellness focus. I think we're going to be gearing towards women in October. So a lot of things that we can, learn as women in health of what we can do preventatively and just, therapeutically. So good stuff. So let's talk about today. What's going on? 9 a.m. Oh my gosh, it's one of our favorites, Dr. Ashley Rossi. I love Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley's coming up now. She's another one. She's our women's health expert here as well, diet, nutrition. It's all about lifestyle. It's all about, gearing yourself. And, we've had so many testimonials from her, the clients and patients she has seen already. They're all getting results. All getting results, and that's the thing. You got to get results. So she's been doing great here, and she's up to 2 days a week, Mondays and Fridays, and we'll get her as much as we can, we'll add more days so that we make the best use of her talents. But she'll be here at 9, and she's always great on camera.
Yeah, and I love
Ashley,
therapeutic diets and nutrition. This is a big thing. People always say, what's the best diet? What should I do? And I always said, the one that works for you, the one that gets you the results. And she's actually going to break down some of these therapeutic diets, whether you're on, keto or paleo, and when and why to do that. I think to remove some of the confusion for people, because there's 1,000 diet books out there. If there was one diet that worked, there would only be one book. So really, we have to use these diets strategically and therapeutically at the right time. And they're not a lifestyle, so I think she's going to break that down for us today. So I'm excited to hear her talk, actually.
But I thought there was only one diet, of the earth.
Of the earth, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I guess it's on how you manipulate it for what you need, right? So I always tell people like pre-ground, run, swim, fly, but if you want to be vegan in that, more power to you. You want more fat focus, more power to you. Just eat real food that reproduces life in you. So, and that I think is what we always teach, Joe. And then Dr. Kim Furman is coming back. A sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, how to return and abide in the healing state. So fight or flight is big. Fight or flight is big, and then it blocks our healing. I really think that stress response is one of the biggest detriments to our health.
I don't think there's a lot of people, Tracey, that really don't know the difference between sympathetic and parasympathetic. I think that's something that is lost in the translation, and it's always great to have that as a topic for one of these workshops so people understand it. And it's about homeostasis, right? And you got to have that balance between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. And that's what we call homeostasis. So Kim's great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah. And, truly one of the things that I've seen with people that have been exposed to or have gotten COVID, right, is there's more fear involved with the fact that they think they're going to die than the actual dis-ease itself. And that's been a big challenge for people, because I have people texting me all the time like, oh my gosh, I tested positive. What do I do? I'm like, sleep, rest, take nutrients, call your doctor if you feel that's necessary. You can, see if they'll script you something, but they really think they jump into this anxiety. And from what I learned from Dr. Judy, is that it actually dysregulates that G-coupled protein receptor of the brain and can create an anxious state. So I've been really big on supporting neurotransmitters, giving calm day when people need that, are in that anxious state, and just saying, hey, this is going to help you through that phase. CBD was another one that Dr. Mikovits really positioned for that. And then third, supporting the adrenal, because all of a sudden they're in fight or flight, Joe. So Adrenamax is big. So these are all little, side tips that you can do if you are exposed or get, along with your immune protocols. But that's been a big one. And I think it blocks our healing state.
Sure it does. Your emotional state will definitely block your healing state. Emotions are powerful. I think people don't give it enough credit, and they don't realize it's happening. Right. I think that's another big thing. They don't even realize it's happening. So thoughts, emotions, powerful. And, it's got to stay positive. The healing process is mind, body, spirit, right?
Yep, absolutely. All three. We are a trilogy. 11 o'clock. He's back, Joe. Robert Scott Bell. Whoops, we're going to be talking about breaking news on the Delta variant. He did a really big breakout on this on his show, and had many people on there saying, I don't know what this Delta variant is, because no one's ever isolated it. So we're going to talk about that and more things. And maybe you can pop on there from time to time and have some poignant questions for him, because I know there's curiosity in your mind.
You think?
Yeah. So some of the things, that's another realm that we can talk about, is this Delta variant. And people thinking that it's this next wave that's coming that's going to wipe us out. And honestly, I mean, I don't watch the news, so I honestly don't know what's out there, which is a really nice state for me to be in. I'm just like,
Yes, me
I am
too.
clueless. And you know what happens?
I don't watch it.
I live my life completely normal from not
Yes,
watching the news. I do.
me
I
too.
go everywhere without a mask. I don't worry that I'm going to die. I take my nutrients. I eat healthy. We go to football. We go to baseball. We do all the same things we've always done. And I do
Yeah.
not live in fear. It's very freeing when you turn off the idiot box. Like,
It is.
click, you automatically become smarter.
Well, that was, the big joke early on was, why the Amish are not affected by this is because they don't have television.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's in the name, vision. You channel in and then they program you. I mean, it's they told you what it is, and we're all like, huh. And then all the newscasters say the same thing. So turn it off, guys. You'll live longer and be happier. But Robert Scott Bell coming in at 11 o'clock. And then, Joe, you and I, adverse effects of the most prescribed meds. We're going to break that down at noon for our roundtable discussion. And that's where we invite everybody in. You are welcome to put things in the chat box, ask questions. We would love the interaction. And, of course, the audience there at the Weiner Wellness Week, World of Wellness, they can also give their testimonies of things. But I know there's been a lot of adverse effects from medications. And I think you have a better way of describing those.
Yeah, they're direct effects. This is the direct effect of putting this chemical in your body, period. Mm-hmm. There's no side effects. That's a marketing term to make it not seem so bad, but there's no such thing as a side effect. It's a direct effect. Now, there's a lot of people adopting that word adverse these days, and that's getting more and more, popular, but they have to realize it's not even just that. It's a direct effect of putting a chemical in your body. So, I had somebody call me the other day about her brother having issues, and it was like, well, is he on any meds? And here it turns out, yeah, he's on, blood pressure, he's on cholesterol, he's on, the metformin, he's on all these meds, and his legs are killing him, and his blood pressure, the blood pressure meds are making him less of a man, and all of these things, they're the direct effect of these drugs. But then what do they want normally, Tracy? They want another drug to fix
that's right,
the direct effect of that drug.
That's right. It's the cascade of prescriptions. And then all of a sudden you're on 7 medications and you don't know what is for what. The worst ones that I see is that when a BP medication doesn't work and then they give you another one. And then that doesn't work and they give you another one. So now you're taking 3 meds for blood pressure that, normally can be helped by lifestyle, drinking more water, taking magnesium. And these are all studies that were done. So, I mean, not that I think that, prescription meds are bad or that anyone should stop them without the advice of their licensed medical practitioner. However, I think it's a big thing for people to educate themselves on what the insert says, because a lot of people don't realize that what you're saying, Joe, is what they experience once they start taking them is actually an adverse effect that's listed in that insert. And it comes in your prescription bag. Right. They're not hiding it and they're not allowed to hide it. That's part of the FDA regulation of effective and safe. They have to give you informed consent so that you are informed on that insert and you say, yes, I consent to taking this. And that's actually a constitutional protected right that you can say, no, I don't want to, which is drastically being violated with our children right now. But that's a whole different topic.
Yes, it is.
But we are going to talk about these medications, how to be better informed, know the right questions to ask. I think it's important for people to start to be more self-aware and empowered. What can I do? What can I refuse? What can I say? We've lost that. We've lost that in our country.
We've lost it, and part of the reason is the lack of knowledge of the physicians of health. They know what they've been taught. The drugs, do they save lives sometimes? Sure.
Mhm.
Were they meant to be something you take for the rest of your life? No. Let's get you to that term, homeostasis. Let's get you stable.
Right.
And then let's get you healthy.
Right.
But it never happens that way. You get on the drug, you stay on the drug. We always get people coming in here, and it's either blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes. Those are the top three. And they're, lifestyle is so important when it comes to type 2 diabetes. And I've had people come in on insulin, and they're visibly overweight with that belly weight that's, far extended and distended, and they're wondering why, they can't get healthy and off their insulin.
Yeah.
Well, you got to make the effort.
What I always tell my clients is I've never met a healthy person that needed a prescription, but every healthy person needs nutrition. So there's that.
Yes.
So everybody can benefit from a multivitamin, a probiotic. What did Jamie say yesterday? That the top 3 deficiencies, the third highest was essential fatty acids. And if every cell in our body is made from lipid particles, from fat, then we need it every day. And, we've had so many crazes out there of fat-free diets and low fat and low cholesterol. And it's like, I just want to be like, dear allopathic, stay out of the health realm. You are disease management. You're not healthcare. What we do is healthcare. What you do is manage disease, but we appreciate that as well. Just stay over on your side. And what I love is that functional medicine practitioners are coming in and realizing that this is disease management with prescriptions and all that kind of stuff, but this is healthcare. And so they combine the two and they get the best results. They know when to position the medications. They know when to take them out. They know when to position nutraceuticals and diet and lifestyle and exercise and sleep and all the things. And that's where we have to get to. We have to get to that open mind of like, maybe for 100 years, this has not been quite right because we're still the fattest, sickest country in the world.
Yeah, well, there's been a lot of documentaries out there on food recently, and they're eye-opening. They really, really are. The history of McDonald's, the history of, Colonel Sanders and Kentucky Fried Chicken, and where they started and how they got to where they are. They didn't start like they are now.
Right.
They were using real good ingredients at first, and now, of course, it all got distorted. But the history of it is very interesting. I think there's a whole series on the History Channel of the history of food in America.
Oh, wow.
That's really worthwhile. Yeah, it's really worthwhile.
Well, even the history of Gatorade, I mean, that was actually developed in 1965 by a team of scientists in the University of Florida. This was in the College of Medicine. And they wanted to, give athletes good electrolytes. And they knew that prolonged periods of time where these athletes are sweating and, the hydration and they're getting weaker. So they developed this and it tasted terrible. But the athletes drank it anyway because they knew like, okay, I got to get some electrolytes. I got to get some hydration. I got to get some nutrition on the field. And then Coca-Cola bought it. And now we have what we have today, which is like red dyes and yellow 60 and, all the things and artificial sweeteners and sugar and high fructose corn syrup. And I was like, like, what's this happened? We went from the University of Florida scientists to Coke. I don't see that as like an upgrade. I see that as like, oh, we're going to destroy this concept. That would be like taking our nutraceuticals and letting a big, company buy us out. Oh, wait, other nutraceuticals have done that.
Yeah, they have.
They have.
Yeah, they have. But it's like, that started, the Florida Gators.
Yeah.
They're playing football in extreme heat and humidity. Right. So they're really drained of electrolytes. If you're up in Wisconsin, you're not going to be as drained of electrolytes, but they're all still drinking the Gatorade up there too. They're drinking it in every college and every pro football team in the country, so.
But as Coke says, it's just for the taste of it. They haven't lost that concept.
I'm seeing a big push on Diet Coke lately. Have you seen this? I don't know why.
Yeah, my N fell off of my NF cup. It's just F. I'm half the cup I used to be.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
God.
well, the diet products are coming back because I think people have gained so much
Uh-huh.
weight being isolated and stagnant. And instead of
Right.
understanding that nutrition will fill that gap, and if you're exercising and if you're eating healthy and you're getting enough sleep and you're not in fight or flight all the time, which we'll learn from Kim, that your body will come to homeostasis. You will be at a healthy weight if you eat real food and you're not snacking on the little Debbies. Like, we can't on one side be living an unhealthy lifestyle and then on the other side be drinking our Diet Coke and thinking that's going to be the thing that fixes it. It's just not. But my favorite is like the give me the supersized meal and the Diet Coke. That's always my favorite one.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are we doing the Diet Coke? And they're like, well, I like how it tastes. I'm like, well, I guess that's true. It's just for the taste of it, because what they pair it with completely defeated the whole purpose of Diet Coke.
Yeah. Well,
I still like my Diet Coke shirt, though. I've had that for about 10
you're what?
years. I have a shirt. It just says Diet Coke on it. And it's like one of my favorite because it's super soft and cheeseclothy. So, and we've all been there. We've all been the ramen noodle eating Diet Coke, nation. When I was in college, before I got into health, I started in animal bioscience. That's what I was going to do. I was going to be a vet. And then I actually met somebody, an aerobic instructor, and I started to take her classes, and I loved it. And she was in exercise science. And that's how I switched my major, because I started to get healthier because I was overweight and all the things. And she taught me how to eat healthy. And then I got into all the classes and I learned about physiology. And that's kind of how my whole step into health started, was in fitness. But even at that time, as I was learning, right, through going through my exercise science classes, like, I lived the college life. Like, I was drinking the Diet Coke and eating the ramen noodles. And then all of a sudden, one day I had this class on nutrition and I was like, oh, like, I shouldn't be doing that. And I have to tell you, Joe, getting off Diet Coke was one of the hardest things I ever did. I mean, I literally had withdrawal symptoms. So when they say that those foods are addictive, or they put, things in them to make you addicted to them, they absolutely do. The ramen noodles,
Yes,
not
they
so
do.
much, but the Diet Coke, yeah. And I think when people look at us, they think like we've always been healthy, or we've always I wasn't. I was overweight as a child. I was overweight in high school. I was overweight going into college. And it wasn't until I learned about nutrition and how to put it into my body that, my weight was like healthy and I didn't struggle with it anymore. So,
Well, and they, like we said earlier, they tell us too, just like with Lay's potato chips. Bet you can't eat one.
true
Bet you
story.
can't eat just one, because you can't. They're addicting, and they tell us. They don't hide it. They put it right out there in front of it for you to see.
That's right.
So that's why we're here, though, to give you, like Paul Harvey said, the other side of the story.
The other side. Well, guys, we have a
All
great
right.
lineup this
Ashley's
morning.
up.
Ashley's up at 9. Thank you, Joe, for all of
Okay.
your morning commentary. And thank you, everyone, for being here at the Weiner Wellness Week. Stop in at the World of Wellness. Go see Joe and the staff. They're all there waiting for you. Deep discounts. They can drop curbside if you don't want to go in. You can call in your order, or you can stop in, try all the samples, have a smoothie, meet the staff, and see the new design of the World of Wellness. Beautiful in there.
Yep. Everybody's been loving it, so come on down.
All right, guys. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in this morning. Stay tuned. Ashley Razzi is up next, and we are going to be talking about therapeutic diets.